Hello, and welcome to another guitar lesson. This is going to be What Can I Do For You from Steven Universe. I'm going to give you some notes on how to play this, and fortunately, it's a straightforward song. It's only got 3 sections to really worry about, and it's only got a few chords. So let's jump right into it. Starts off with turnaround that repeats itself. So I'm going to show you this once. It happens later in the song. Just remember it from here. If you need to pull back, you can. It starts with a D major. Now, you're probably familiar, if you've been playing guitar for a little bit, with the standard D major, which is that guy right there. I don't recommend that one for this particular part. And you'll see why in a second. So this song has a lot of bar chords, so you're going to have a lot of finger strength needed. That's also a D major, and it's basically A major, but you use your index finger to bar across, and starting from the the A string there, it is 5, 7, 7, 7, 5. So that's how you hold it. I just use 2 fingers. If you have smaller fingers, you might be able to. You need to use a different set of fingers, but so it's. So what you do to get that sound is, first of all, don't have a lot of gain. I'm using what's called British 60s on my amp. So don't have a lot of distortion, but just a little bit of grit and overdrive. Like turn it up just a little bit. If you have a tube amp, if you have an overdrive pedal, just kind of have that gain, maybe just a little bit past 9 o'clock, maybe a little under. And what you do is you rest your palm. If you're not familiar with palm muting, I'm going to teach you right now. It's you rest your palm on the bridge, basically, and just a little bit above the bridge. Don't rest too hard. Just rest enough so you get that kind of sound. All right? Because if you push too hard, you knock it out of tune. If you have it too far up, you get that, and that's no good. So you want it nice and back, and just rest, and use all down strokes preferably, because it kind of sounds a little gross up and down. And so... And you just sort of lift up your palm as you go. So. And the next chord is a C7. So you're taking the same pattern, moving it down to bass 3. So it's 3, 5, 5, 5, 3. But we're going to intentionally leave the G string open to the 3rd fret. So it's 3, 5, 3, 5, 3. That's a C7 chord. So. And you can do an open G. I like doing an open G there. It's nice and big. But you can also just, because it does go after a fill right into the chorus. So we'll repeat this section one more time for you. The chords are as follows: D, D, C7, G, C7, G. All right. And I'm gonna have a link to a chord progression with some notes in it in the description below. Use that resource, please. I can't show you everything. You'll get bored. Every little last cotton picking thing, because there's a lot that goes into guitar. So the picking pattern, thankfully, is actually also tabbed for you for the chorus. The "What can I do for you? What can I do that no one else can do?" All right, so the chords are as follows, and it only does that one time, and it really just repeats over and over again. G barred, so that'd be 3, 5, 5, 7, 4. Excuse me. So 3, 5, 5, 4, 3, 3. Starting all the strings. So 3, 5, 5, 4, 3, 3. And again, you'll see this tabbed out for you, and then B minor, which is A minor but moved up, so it's 2, 4, 4, 3, 2. So the pattern is whatever of the chord, the bottom 3 strings. So I'm going to call that 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3 of each string of each chord, right? So if you're doing this chord, it's 1, 2, 3. If you're doing this chord, it's 1, 2, 3. All right, so we'll just go 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, ba, 1, 3, 2, ba, 1, 3, 2, ba, ba, ba. Okay, so that's just, I mean, again, you can see it visually too. I did link it in the description, and so the same thing applies here. So you just keep your palm muted. We learned that earlier. Palm mute for those 3 pickings, and then release. Now you can do an upstroke, but I think that adds a really nasty extra part to it. So just do downstrokes, and don't play it this fast. Relax. What can I do for you? What can I do? That, and then strum the B, and then to D. So B, and then B, and then G. The D chord, I mean, I showed you earlier, it repeats. You, and then it holds out the B. And use your ears for some of those parts. I'm not going to go over, like, if it holds, I don't think I need to tell you to hold it instead of strum it. But I will show you some of the more intricate parts. Now, the chord progression says E minor, right? And it follows that same pattern we talked about before with the chords, right? So it's 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2. Again, if you're counting from the bottom, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 3. All right? And so it goes the same. It's E minor. So B minor is down here. You take that B minor pattern that we just kind of learned, and then we bring it up to 7, and that's E minor. All right? For this particular song, this is how the verse goes. Same exact pattern. And then it goes D major. And I like to use the bar chord again for transition purposes, but you could switch to that. That's fine. And then F7, F sharp 7, new chord, which is 2 barred. Again, use your index finger across the 2nd fret. And then so it ends up being 2, 4, 2, 3, 2, 2. 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 2, 3, 2, 2, going up the strings, as you can see me strumming here. Okay? So that's F sharp, and that's the only weird chord that's part of the verse. So it repeats. And then they find you quite so entertaining. And I'm having fun, and I like the way. And then that intro progression we learned earlier, humans play. Okay, it's that D, C sharp, low, whoa, whoa, and then exact replica, like no difference, exact replica of the chorus. And that's really the big thing of it. So let's just run through that. I'll just sing along so you can kind of see how it goes with me playing right next to your faces. D, C7, G. Okay. Bop, bop, bop. What can I do for you? And that's a B minor there. G, barred. B minor, D, G, B minor, G, B minor. Get that hold. And then E minor, but make sure you bar it. And then D, F sharp 7, E minor again, B minor, and then that intro progression again with D, and then C7, and then G. Hold that, boy. And then it repeats, can I do for you? And then it really is just like 2-3 cycles through the chorus for the guitar solo. And actually, special present today, I'm going to go over the guitar solo in just a bit. If you have any questions, feel free to look down below, where if you look in the description, there will be a link to the chord progression exactly as it's written. It's actually not any different. Like there's nothing crazy like with Stronger Than You. It's fairly straightforward. But I did want to go over like how to kind of ease through a solo of this kind as a part of this. So. All right, so that was improvised, and I am not the best lead guitarist in the world, but I am a trained in soloing because I played saxophone in high school, so I know how to build a solo and what notes to use. So you're probably wondering, well, what the freak did you do there? So I will say this: the original chord recording is awesome because probably in an effort to not show Greg to be the most amazing guitarist in the world, because he's not. There's some like off notes in there, but the brilliance is Stemage, who was the guitarist, did an amazing job of it. So the one thing you'll notice is that, first of all, this goes from G major. All right, so you could just go around with that all day, except he starts it and ends on a B flat, which is not in that chord, all right? So that's the one thing you need to know. If you hear a little lick like that, it's cool to learn those little licks. That's why I wanted to start it, because it's iconic. All right, so the other thing you need to know is for soloing, and especially in this style, is what's called Unison Bands. So these two, so we'll take this note here, which is the 12, 13, 14, 15, the 15th fret and of the B string, the 19th fret of the G string is the same note. So if you do that and you bend up the one, you get this cool raunchy sound. It's used a lot in this song during the solo. So what you do is you choose a note like D, because that's in both chords, and you just go. Okay, so you just bend down and make that race raunchy sound. The other thing is, don't start with too many notes. I mean, go. And then you can just add all the notes you want. You know, build up to your solos. That's the biggest thing I can tell you. So this is in G, right? But you can use the G minor pattern, which is G pentatonic pattern, which is just like this little box right here. So if you, the box starts on the A string, it is the 10th, 12th on A string, 10, 12 on the D string, and 10, 12 on the, that's a minor pentatonic, 10, 12 on the G string. So you can, see if you just did that the whole time, it would work. Okay, you get the idea. So you could just use this. Obviously, you want to sometimes use other notes. I just play by instinct. So and the last thing I'll leave you with, because I improvise all my solos, like I don't remember how to play half the stuff I do. Do this. Which is basically just open every single fret, and then up and down. Make sure you keep the steady up and down motion with your finger. So, you know, that's just how you train yourself, because it takes a lot of strength. That's all I got. I just wanted to show you that. What I'm going to do is go ahead and just link the instrumental in the description as well, with no vocals and no solo. And I would love to hear anybody send me examples of them soloing over it, make a video, send it to me. And if you send me a little clip, maybe I'll comp together something and put it on the channel as the Cyril the Wolf community just soloing over this cool piece of music. Again, the key is G major-ish. It kind of has some accidentals in there that you can play with, mostly B flat as far as I've found. But yeah, thank you.